So, Square Enix, once again, you make another decision that I don't agree with, and, well, I want to call you out on it, as always. As we all know, Final Fantasy Type-0, the HD edition, is going to be coming out to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One this year, and of course it was released on the PSP originally. You can't actually get it apart from, well, you can get the Japanese version, of course, and then get an English translation modification, which allows you to play it and understand it. Now, I think it's really great that they have decided to bring it out and release it over here in the West, because it seems like a very good game, and I think it brings to point the whole fact that, you know, when Square Enix do make games that are more suited to the Japanese market, they are actually going to be very successful over here. I mean, that is the niche on which they thrive, much like, I'd say, the old school Resident Evils. If Capcom went back to that, they would have a lot more success with their Resident Evil franchise than what they currently have at the minute. But, you know, so I think that a good way of doing it as well is to actually spread it out, you know, to the PC as well. I mean, the architecture of the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 is so very close to the PC that, yeah, okay, people have said, well, it is a lot of work to, you know, bring a game over to the PC, and yeah, a lot of the times it can be, but the fact is that this game has been developed now fully for those two consoles, and will probably, I should have thought, run on the PlayStation Vita as well. But you're missing such a huge part of the fan base for Final Fantasy, because a lot of us have moved over to a computer now in order to play our games, and of course a lot of the Final Fantasy games have come out. Now, we're not even sure in any stretch of the imagination as to whether Final Fantasy 15 is going to come out on PC, but of course it's a bit foreboding that that's not going to happen either, considering, well, Final Fantasy Type-0 hasn't been announced to be released on PC as well. Of course, you can go and pre-order it for PlayStation 4 right now on their store, but no option for PC. And they will do it at some point in order to grab that cash, but it does seem a bit suspect to me that they're not also releasing it on PC. Maybe there's extra work that needs to be done for the PC version that they're not quite ready to do, and therefore it is only released on the consoles for now until they've done the other work, which will enable them to release on PC. I'm not sure, but I think once again you're giving a huge slap round the face to your fans, Square Enix, and it's something that you just continue to do blindly. I honestly don't understand it. Obviously I can't show you any footage from Square Enix. I'm not really allowed to show you anything at all. I know I do my playthroughs and things like that, but I do that in knowing of the risk and taking it anyway, purely because they are a franchise in which I absolutely love, and as far as I'm concerned, they're so far detached from what we get now. It's unreal. I am really looking forward to playing Final Fantasy Type-0. You know, I will get to play it at some point on the PC, whether that be having to use an emulator and then get the mod for it, the English translation obviously, or whether that be them actually releasing it on the PC. But if you're not bothered about playing it because you've already had to wait several years in order for it to come out over here, and you're happy to wait a bit longer, then it's not a problem. It's going to come to PC eventually. That's pretty much a given, to be honest. Nevertheless, it is disappointing, and I'd like to see you sort it out, Square Enix, because this isn't good signs, considering the fact that, you know, we've got a brand new, fully fledged Final Fantasy coming out, and you're in virtually no position to deliver that to PC, seemingly, if you can't do Type-0, so I'm a bit concerned. I did read an article, whether it's true or not 100% sure, but the fact of that was the Final Fantasy 15 is only 60% done, so I've put it on my last two upcoming lists of the year, and unfortunately I get the feeling that it's also going to be on the 2016 list as well, or I might just leave off altogether. Maybe by that point the anticipation of it will have dissipated so much that I no longer see it that relevant to be on the list. But nevertheless. Anyway guys, if you've got any thoughts on the subject, please feel free to leave a comment or give me a dislike or a like if you agree with what I've said. Or, whatever. Anyway guys, I'll see you very soon. Thank you very much for watching.